run a quick static check. We're going to check the zones out, cycle through them when one zone alone is calling. And right now we're only going to reference the supply static since that's the side that's going to be the highest number. So I'm going to get up here. We're going to go ahead and start with the this is the master bedroom zone. This is fed with a 12-inch line. This is the medium-sized zone here. So let's hit Y1. My mag jumpers don't like to. There we go. And let's just see what the turn is just for fun. It's not bad. Oh, it's not bad. 144. So this is 900 CFMs, first stage. Master zone calling. Looks like it's 0.28. Let's go ahead and hit, this is the smallest zone. So I just got to jump it out here before I move my mag jumper so it doesn't cycle off. Okay. So this is Y1 with the smallest zone only. Tree 4, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, anything, I'd say like 0.45 starts to get very noisy. Turbulent. I'm sorry, not really turbulent, but velocity is high. Really high, but this should be nice. So we'll call it 0.34. Alright, so this is the main zone. This is the largest of the three. And we're still right at 0.25. We'll call it 0.25. And that's, 900 CFMs. So our medium zone, 0.28. Smallest zone, 0.34. Large zone 0.25, so all very good. And just for fun, for demonstration purposes, I will go ahead and show you guys all three zones open and high stage, which will be exactly 1200 on this 3-ton. Alright, so this is all zones open, 1, 2, and 3, and we've got Y1 and Y2 calling. So this is 1200 CFMs. Supply static is pretty good at the full capacity there. 0.18. Let's see, 0.19. Then let's plug in our return. So of course this isn't the total external static. We've got the coil as well. I'm just kind of testing the ductwork. .45. And according to our chart, this coil's probably got around 0.17, something like that. So our total static around 0.6, not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, just thought I'd shoot this little video. And I'll show you guys a two-stage system with 3 zones. Even when the smallest zone is only a 10, it only does 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. I'm able to bleed enough air through the other dampers to keep my static in check, and I've got no bypass on this system, so pretty happy with the way it turned out. And another shot of the board here. So what I can do is I can set up my capacity control here. I like these better than Honeywell because you can tell it you want, 3 zones, 2 zones. You can tell it however many zones you want to call before it goes to second stage. And what's neat about this board too is you can kind of trick it if you wanted to. Like let's say if the main is calling and another zone is calling. All right, let me start. All right, so you can kind of trick it by, if you have 2 small zones calling that you don't want it to upstage. But if you had a large zone and a small zone calling, you could piggyback this one to another thermostat setting. Just jumper the wires over here. You don't even have to hook up anything over here. So that will kind of fool it to think that 3 zones are calling when this one and say this one, or this one and this one. But if just these 2 small zones are calling, it won't go to second stage. So I've done that before to get my airflow and static right, but I'm not having to do that here. It's a pretty good setup here with having to have all 3 zones calling before it upstages. And of course the thermostats have to actually be calling for second stage or it won't either. So we're looking good. We're looking really good. And here's our temp drop in high stage. But I just switched it to low stage. Not seeing any blinking. So here you can see my numbers barely even changed at all in low stage. I mean, they really didn't change at all. So the only thing I noticed is I had to set the dip switches up for, I started at 8 degrees superheat, and my superheat was more like 13, 14, so I bumped it down to 6, and my superheat now is 10 to 12. I shouldn't have much loss in this line set. Of course, it goes underground a little bit, but it is in a chase, and so I'm not sure if that's something that's just my unit or all of them.